Okay, my get off the couch today is a casual ride on the SRT with wifey. The SRT is the Schuylkill River Trail. You know, every ride doesn't have to be a balls to the walls. Oops, oh, I didn't mean to say that. Every ride, it doesn't have to be an all hard out push. Even though I do love those rides, that's the type rides I do with my friend. But a casual ride, you know, I get a chance to enjoy the roses, smell the roses, that's what they would say. Okay, the SRT is one of my favorite trail rides. If you don't believe me, you can Google it, and you'll see that SRT has been voted on numerous occasions the #1 urban trail in the U.S. The reason why I like it, you can depend on where you start. You can start in a very rural area, end up being suburban, then you end up dead smack in Center City, Philadelphia. Yeah, also it's a relatively flat ride too, so it's a good trail to ride on. If you want to do a casual ride, right here is about the only incline you'll get on this trail, and here we're going down it. But you know, since this is an out and back, we will have to come back up. And you usually see you usually see quite a few cyclists out here. And sometimes you see some guys out here practicing doing a lot of pace lining, but that's usually during the week and not on the weekend. Coming up, you'll see the cobblestones for about maybe 10 yards or so. Actually, this is where I had my first fall on my bike. Right here, I was trying to go between the boulder and the pole, and my handlebar caught the pole there. And that was my first time riding with clipless pedals, so it was something else. Here's we're on the back part of the trail now, and part of the trail back there is unpaved. That's why I prefer to take my hybrid versus my road bike. But I have been back there with my road bike. But usually I try to take my hybrid. Yeah, like I say, this is a very pretty trail, just a nice trail ride. And it's very diverse too. Like I said, you go from rural to suburban to city. You saw someone back there fishing off the pier, but I don't think anyone ever. Many times I've been back there, I don't think I ever seen anyone catch something. I think it's just a pastime moment. No, it's a get off the couch moment. Someone fishing. Coming up is where we normally get off the trail, and we'll get into the streets to ride into Manayunk. Manayunk is a very bike-friendly little town there, and riding through it on the bikes there, a lot of cyclists does that. So the thing you have to, believe it or not, the thing you have to be careful of, moving cars is not the problem. You have to just watch out for the cars that are parked. But like I say, for the most part, since a lot of cyclists come through there, they are accustomed to cyclists. So I never had an issue, but you do keep your eyes open, be alert for the parked cars. You know, people getting out of their car or pulling out. Okay, this is a little dicey part of the trail here. There's a bus stop there we just passed, and we get it on the ramp to go to the famed Lincoln Drive. The problem with it, that's the entrance ramp for cars, and you have to kind of stay on the trail right there, making a sharp right turn. It's just usually a little dicey. But now we're on the famed Lincoln Drive. And one thing we did not know, was the regatta. There was a regatta race going on, and actually this one was the Stotesbury Cup Regatta race, and so that was part of the reason. That's part of the reason Lincoln Drive is closed. You know, portions of it. Well, you'll see it once we get up closer to where the race is starting. We were hoping just to get, we was going to stop and maybe just get a picture or two. But actually, where we ended up stopping, we did better than that. just getting a picture or two. We actually got a chance to see the start of a regatta race. Many times I've been back there, I've never seen the start of a race. Actually, I've never seen a race, just usually see them out there practicing, not casually rowing. But we stopped in the area, we just happened to stop at the starting line. So that was great. You see the guys on the floating buoys there? That's how they hold them all in. You know, it's not that's the starting block. They will hold them until go, and they're off. Yep, they're kind of getting out of sight now, so we're going to move on. Like I've always said, you know, the main thing is really just to get out, get off the couch, you know, just do something physical. You know, you're a diabetic. That can do so much for you, just being physically active. You're a type 2 diabetic. Yeah, as the closer you get to Philly, the more people you run into. Not only cyclists, as you saw, we saw a jogger back there, walkers. You just get, you know, more crowded, but that's okay. And that's why it's good for a casual ride. There are a lot of statues in and around Philly, and here's a couple that's just on the trail there. Right now we're passing the row houses for the regattas. You know, they call it the Boathouse Row. There are a lot of teams have their boat houses there. Yeah, when it's the college regatta cup races, man, it's usually a lot of people are up around the boat houses. Okay, as we got close to Philly, we ran into another crowd unexpectedly. But actually, once I saw what it was, I knew about it, but I had forgot about it. What was going on. That's why I like riding this trail. You never know what you're gonna run into. And what was going on there was earlier Joe Biden had his official announcement kicking off his presidential run. I guess unfortunately, well maybe fortunately, it was over, so we didn't run into the mass crowd that was there. However, we did get a chance to see some of the pomp and circumstances. Well, I guess the infrastructure for it. They was kind of tearing things down once we arrived, but we still kind of get it and see it. Well, okay, that is it. We're gonna ride bike. We're gonna ride back and on to the next stop. Okay, it's been a few weeks now since I told you about my grandson, and I want to have a celebratory smoke. Like I said in the last video, the video when I told you about my grandson, I didn't want to have a smoke with at a cigar bar around strangers. I preferred to have it with close friends. If I couldn't have a smoke with close friends, by myself, just give me a chance to reflect back on how far we've come, how far I've come, and just reflect on that moment. So today, with the beautiful weather, I get a chance to do that. Like in the last video, I told you I have a Monte Cristo here. A Monte Cristo, I think it's a Monte Cristo number 1. I think it's the number 1 here that I'm going to enjoy. Alright, this is not a cigar review. It's basically just a reflection, a reflect back and a celebratory smoke in honor of my grandson here. I guess they say for you can great. All right, I had to get up and go get the lighter. You can tell I don't do this often.
Dodger City, Blackwell area, 68 degrees today.
Trying to operate this chair so I can relax. I was trying to put some smoke in. Just gotta try. We ain't too high. Okay, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Cells behind it, and a few pockets of low pressure, and a fairly heavy band of rain showers and snow.